Hello everyone, now we're going to listen to the story, The Fickle-Minded Monk. Siddhartha had been looking for one of his oxen, gone astray in the woods, for quite some time. When he started to feel very hungry, he came upon a monastery and there he was given something to eat. While he was having his meal, he could not help but remark how the monk's fare was better than what he himself could normally afford, even after a hard day's work. So, on a whim, he decided to leave his wife and home and become a monk. Although he started off well by following the rules of the monastery, he slowly became bored with his new lifestyle and ended up not even wanting to go out on his daily alms round. Soon, he was feeling restless and longed so much for his wife's company again that he finally left the order and returned home. But after a while, feeling that life at home was too hard, he returned to the monastery and became a bhikkhu again. Then, feeling lonely once more, he disrobed and went home to be with his wife again. He shuttled back and forth like this between home and monastery 6 times. The 6th time he returned to the householder's life, his wife became pregnant and he was delighted. Then one night, as she lay sleeping soundly, he went into their bedroom to admire her new condition and found her snoring loudly, saliva running down the side of her chin, and her clothes and hair in disarray. Seeing his wife lying like that, with her mouth open and her stomach bloated, Siddhartha could not help but think that she looked just like a corpse. Suddenly, he felt a disgust arise within himself that surprised him, but it was then that he realized the unpleasant and impermanent nature of the body. He stood there thinking, I have already entered the order 6 times, and each time I have disrobed because of my lust for sensual pleasure. Now, I have understood the true nature of the body and will not be fooled again. He decided to leave home and become a bhikkhu once and for all. On the way to the monastery, he kept reflecting on impermanence and unsatisfactoriness, and as a result, attained the first stage of sainthood. Back at the monastery, the bhikkhus were not at all eager to see Siddhartha again, for the notoriety of his fickle-mindedness had become too well known among them. So, when Siddhartha requested to be admitted into the order once more, they all refused to let him do so. You have been shaving your head so often, it is like a whetting stone, they chided. But Siddhartha remained adamant, and the bhikkhus finally relented. Several months passed, and although Siddhartha had still not disrobed, his fellow bhikkhus remained doubtful of his determination to lead the holy life. They started to tease him by asking him when he was going back to see his wife again. He would answer them by saying, previously, indeed, I used to return to the lay life because I still had attachments, but now I have none. The bhikkhus told the Buddha what Siddhartha said, and the Buddha replied, his mind was not steadfast before, and he did not understand the Dhamma, but now he is already an arahant and has truly discarded all attachments. This time, Siddhartha will not be going home again. And that's why the Buddha says, a fickle-minded man will never attain perfect wisdom, since he is ignorant of the Dhamma and his faith is not steadfast. Also, the Buddha says, the mind of the vigilant man is fearless. It is free of lust and anger. It has abandoned both good and evil.